Did you know that the average American consumes around 17 teaspoons of added sugar each day? Quite a shocking fact, isn't it? Now, you might be asking, what's the big deal? It's just sugar. Well, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this sweet problem. Sugar, a type of carbohydrate, comes in various forms. We have sucrose, fructose, and the essential glucose. Our bodies need glucose for energy, but the problem arises when we consume sugar in excess. Imagine your body as a machine. It requires fuel to run, and glucose is one of those fuels. But what happens when you overfill a machine with fuel? It starts to malfunction. Similarly, when we consume more sugar than our bodies need, it leads to an overproduction of glucose. This deluge of glucose can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where our cells stop responding effectively to insulin, and this increases the risk of type 2 diabetes. While our bodies need glucose for energy, the excess sugars we often consume can lead to a host of health issues. When we eat sugary foods, our bodies break down the sugars into glucose. This glucose is vital for energy, but when we consume too much, our bodies can struggle to keep up. The result? Our cells may become resistant to insulin, the hormone that regulates our blood sugar levels. This insulin resistance can increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The surge of sugar in our bloodstream can also trigger inflammation. Now, a little inflammation can be beneficial for healing, but chronic inflammation is a different story. It's been linked to a host of diseases, including heart disease and certain types of cancer. It's like a silent alarm that keeps ringing, causing damage over time. And let's not forget about sugary drinks, the villains in our sweet tale. They might be refreshing, but they're also loaded with sugar. A single can of soda can contain up to 10 teaspoons of sugar. That's almost as much as the daily recommended amount. These sugary drinks can easily lead to weight gain and obesity. Speaking of obesity, it's a growing concern worldwide, and in America, over 42% of the population is considered obese. The sugar in our diets plays a significant role in this. It's a sweet trap that can have bitter consequences for our health. Sugar's impact on health is far-reaching. It's not just about weight gain or diabetes. It's about the overall quality of our lives. The sugar we consume, especially the hidden sugars in processed foods, can affect our health in ways we might not even realize. Excessive sugar intake plays a significant role in the obesity epidemic. It's a trap that's easy to fall into, but with awareness and small changes, we can escape it. The next time you reach for a sugary snack or drink, remember the impact it can have on your health. It's time to rethink our relationship with sugar, for our health's sake. Now let's talk about the liver. When we consume more sugar than our bodies can use, the surplus doesn't just disappear. It gets converted into fat by the liver. This might sound harmless, but it's far from it. Over time, the accumulated fat can lead to a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It's a mouthful, isn't it? But it's a serious issue, with a rising number of cases being reported every year. But the liver isn't the only organ that takes a hit. Your teeth are also in the line of fire. Imagine bathing your teeth in a sugary solution multiple times a day. That's essentially what you're doing when you consume sugary drinks or snacks. The sugar feeds the bacteria in your mouth, leading to tooth decay and cavities. So, the next time you're about to reach for that sugary snack, remember its potential impact on your liver and your smile. High sugar intake is a leading cause of cavities and tooth decay. There's another aspect to consider: the addictive nature of sugar. On the surface, sugar seems harmless, a sweet treat that adds flavor to our lives. But delve a bit deeper, and you'll discover a more sinister side. Sugar, it turns out, has a profound effect on our brains. When we consume sugar, it triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that lights up the brain's reward system. This dopamine rush makes us feel good, leading us to crave more sugar. It's a vicious cycle, similar to the one experienced by drug addicts. Studies have shown that the brain's reaction to sugar can be remarkably similar to its response to substances like cocaine. This is why, despite knowing the health risks, many of us find it so hard to resist sugary foods and drinks. This isn't to say that enjoying a sweet treat now and then is akin to drug use, but the addictive potential of sugar is something we should all be aware of. Research suggests that sugar can stimulate the brain's reward system in a way similar to drugs, making it challenging to kick the sweet habit. So, what can we do? First, become a label detective. In a world where sugar hides behind countless aliases, understanding food labels is a key step in reducing your sugar intake. Words like fructose, corn syrup, and maltose are all sugar's secret identities. So next time you're about to toss that box of cereal into your cart, take a moment to investigate the label. Choosing unprocessed foods is another effective way to cut back on sugar. Fruits, vegetables, lean meats, and whole grains are not only low in sugar but also packed with essential nutrients. These foods will keep you feeling satisfied longer, helping to curb those sweet cravings. But let's face it, we all have a sweet tooth at times, and completely eliminating sugar might seem like a daunting task. That's where natural sweeteners come into play. Honey, maple syrup, and dates offer a sweet punch without the negative health effects of refined sugar. Just remember, these are still forms of sugar, so moderation is key. And while we're on the topic of moderation, let's talk about sugary drinks. These liquid calories can add up quickly, leading to weight gain and other health issues. Instead, why not quench your thirst with water, unsweetened tea, or homemade smoothies? Your body and your waistline will thank you. Making healthier choices also extends to your dining out habits. Choose restaurants that use fresh, whole ingredients, and don't be afraid to ask about sugar content. After all, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health. The dangers of sugar are real, but with awareness and small changes to our diet, we can take control of our health. Remember, moderation is key, and there are plenty of delicious and healthier alternatives to satisfy your sweet tooth. By taking these steps, you're not just reducing your sugar intake, you're also taking a proactive stand for your health. And that, my friends, is the sweetest reward of all.